Good afternoon, everybody. It is meteorologist Aidsville forecast here, guys, and welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are all enjoying your Wednesday afternoon. I'm actually pretty happy today because tomorrow I go to this Unicoid thing for cross country in northern mountains of Georgia, and we get to miss almost all of school tomorrow, so it's kind of great. I do apologize. My voice is kind of off today. I really don't know why. Ever since I woke up, it's been like this. So I do apologize if it gets a little annoying at some times. I kind of sound a little bit weird. I can even hear it myself. But again, I do apologize for my voice. Hopefully, it gets better by at least tomorrow or something. So today this is going to be another U.S. forecast, but we're going to be focusing not really on the heat. We're going to be focusing on a possibly cold front that could become widespread in much of the United States that could maybe affect many areas in the plains to the southeast to the northeast. So that's going to be focusing on if there's a possibility we can have a widespread cold front other than the northwest. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, guys. It really means a lot when you support my channel. And if you click one button, you get daily updates, which is actually pretty good. Sorry. Without further ado, let's get in the video. I apologize, guys. I actually meant good. But yeah. So we're gonna be looking at the National Weather Service right here, which is a website you look at for active alerts here for areas in the United States. So we actually have a lot of things related to freeze or frost, which is kind of early to see a lot of it, but again, that's how it is. It's October 2nd, so again, that's how it's gonna be for the rest of it until May. So get used to these colors, and I'm actually pretty excited we're seeing these colors, even though I'm not in them quite yet. So we do have frost advisories for the New England area. We are possibly having our first snowfall there very soon for many areas, for Maine up to through the areas in northern New York or upstate New York. We also have some frost advisories out here near the Denver area into central Nebraska. So Nebraska, you guys are also going to be seeing some cold temperatures here. We have freeze warnings in effect for many areas through South Dakota, Nebraska, Wyoming, Utah, and western Colorado. We have much of areas near Cheyenne, areas in the southern part of Wyoming, near the Idaho Falls areas, and near Twin Falls area in Idaho. We also have some areas in western South Dakota too, and we also not only have freeze warnings, we also have winter storm advisories for areas of North Dakota and eastern Montana. We are most likely seeing a snowstorm that move east that could actually affect the areas in northern Minnesota and maybe even more parts of North Dakota. So we could actually have our first snowfall out here in Minnesota into the Midwest. So that would be great, but not incredibly big amount of snow. We're also seeing some lakeshore flood advisories for areas of Michigan. We are also again seeing coastal flood advisories in effect still for the areas for Louisiana, Texas, and we are also again seeing some flood advisories and flood warnings in effect for the Midwest and Plains as that heavy rain will continue. Now we're going to be looking at the 6 to 10 day outlook here. It actually isn't incredibly different right now. Again, 6 to 10 day outlook does not involve any days close to now. So it starts October 8th to October 12th based on what this says here. So basically it does, it's not big, widespread anything right now. It's kind of looking like somewhat decently normal. We do have a lot of near average temperatures for areas to the east and Ozarks and even the west. We do have some areas right here into the south central and southern Ozarks that have below average temperatures. Been a long time since we've had below average temperatures for areas of Texas, Louisiana, parts of Mississippi, Memphis area, Little Rock, Tulsa, and also for the southern part of Missouri. We also have again that second area, of course, in the west. We do have that below average to continue. Again, these temperatures will be warming up just a bit in the west. They're not warming up to above average. We're saying they're not going to be as below average. So we are seeing those below average temperatures for the Pacific Northwest. And then we have this one little area for much of the Midwest, from all the way to the Midwest, to the deep south, to the southeast, again from the plains to the southwest. So we have this one little area through much of the central United States to southern United States where we do have those above average temperatures. We'll basically see the warmest temperatures right here for Arizona. Only getting into the third color, which is good. We're not getting too warm. Again, shouldn't have a huge issue with next week temperature wise. I'm gonna be seeing some low 70s as highs, so it's really gonna be pretty cool and actually gonna feel like fall for once, which is actually kind of great. But again, that's what we're seeing here for the next 6 to 10 day outlook. Again, mostly average for those days. Now we go the 8 to 14 day outlook, and this is when it really starts to change. As you can tell, we have much of the country being above average, all the way from New York to the coast to Southern California. So we're definitely be seeing some areas above average again. We're going to be getting these areas that were below average above average again. So again, that is how it's going to work for the next couple of weeks. We're going to have a cold front bring in some nice fall temps for once. And then we have that another warm front. I just don't know why we can't get over with these. It's just constant. I'm honestly really tired of it. I'm really mad on how we can just never, ever have cool temperatures in October or September. We just can't, and I'm just tired of it. It's getting too hot, and it's just dangerous, too, because it's awfully hot for the time of the year it is. We're seeing 93 degrees right now, and tomorrow the high is 96. That is, I think that's breaking a record, and I'm also kind of mad because 2 weeks ago it showed around 74 degrees for tomorrow. Now tomorrow's 96. So, and honestly, I'm not looking forward to all these models saying blue and purple, as that always changes a couple of days before. Alright, yeah, I'm sorry if I got a little upset, but yeah. And then again, we are again having this huge area through the Ohio Valley, but we're gonna be seeing the warmest temperatures out here for the Wisconsin and Michigan area out there near the northern mitten, and also for Texas area. That's where we are having those pretty decently above average temperatures. And then we again still have that west enjoying their cold temperatures, which they are very lucky to enjoy. And then we'll start to see some cooler temperatures out here for the Pacific Northwest. So now let's go ahead and look at the tropical tidbits. New updated temperature anomalies. So again, October 5th. I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm not going to start on today. And yeah, we have this huge heat wave this week to bring extremely warm temperatures. Of course, I'm in one of the warmest parts on October 5th. Of course, you don't really see that warm temperatures except for the southeast. So of course, I'm gotta be in that warmest temperatures when I really want to see the cold temperatures, and that people who don't want cold are getting cold. So I want to start saying I like the warmth, so it actually doesn't happen. Again, we'll be seeing some cold temperatures out here for the northeast, and we could see some snow coming in. Again, we still have those below average temperatures in the west, enjoying about 12 degrees below average at most. This is what I'm talking about. October 6th, we could have a little cold front start to get deep down a little bit more into Arkansas, and then much of the plains. So October 6th, it's a huge pattern change, not chattern change. And then by October 11th, this is actually looking pretty big. Haven't seen a dark blue so widespread in the past couple weeks. Looks like we are going to have the ridge kind of looking like this. That is looking like where we have the ridge that will keep these below average temperatures to keep on coming down, which will eventually push in the warmer temperatures out. We're going to be seeing areas in Texas and Oklahoma seeing about maybe even 8 to 12 degrees below average, and then all the way to North Dakota, expecting the same conditions. As we continue on, will become a bit more widespread, affecting many areas in the east, and that's where we have the normal temps, or the normal pattern, below average in the east and above average in the west. That's kind of always the pattern we see, so it is kind of really rare when we see the super duper cold temperatures in the west and super duper warm in the east, especially at the beginning of fall. And again, many areas in Pittsburgh, all the way to Baton Rouge, we'll be seeing way below average temperatures. And again, the thing about this was this one can actually last pretty long. And then that look by October 18th, we can have it continue to affect the southeast and the south central, which I'm kind of happy about. But again, I'm not gonna get super duper happy, as obviously it could change in a bad way for me. So as we continue, tomorrow again we have below average temperatures for the west and for the areas of the northeast and the Midwest, as we are seeing again the warmest temperatures, of course, in my area or near my area. If anybody wants to switch where they live, as long as it's more north than Georgia, be free. We can switch houses. I'm down for that. But also Saturday we're gonna be seeing very, very cold shots coming in to the New England area, bringing it about 12 degrees below average, as we will see a huge area of the areas of Nova Scotia to bring in very small amounts of snow into the mountains of the Appalachians, and then we have the areas of the west still enjoying about 13 degrees below average, basically. And then the European isn't really favoring too much of a cold front. Again, it's actually pretty big, but it's not looking like it's going to become super duper widespread. And all looking like it's going to come here to the southeast based on what I looked at right now. Again, we're actually going to be seeing very, very cold conditions for the areas of near El Paso and Albuquerque. We're definitely going to need that. And there in the Texas area, we're going to be seeing around 13 to 14 degrees below average. And then we have this huge other area that will be pushing. Again, you see we have this the line that is a difference. So again, here we have the above average. Let's put an A there. And then we have the below average here, and that will continue to push in these temperatures out of the way. But again, it all depends on what happens with this cold front and how far it pushes. It looks like it starts to die down as we have this huge heat wave that will be affecting many areas of the northern plains, bringing up to 17 degrees above average. That'll be pushing it, and like not necessarily going underneath, but kind of not going underneath, as we do have the below average temperatures out there into the deep south central and Texas and Oklahoma. So that'll kind of lift up these below average temperatures that you will see go back to the New England area and leave the southeast. And that is when we could have that super duper warm temperatures in the northern plains again. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And bye, guys.